The Northmen of Dale and Ravanian are sick of the Easterling overlords and now call upon Gondor and Rohan to liberate them from their overlords and bring them into the sphere of Gondor. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Days battle for you today, and this is a glorious one as we already have a cavalry charge going on here, as we have some clan riders going on in here against some, or clan raiders I should say, going in against some Gondor sword infantry. A pretty good charge for a melee cav unit, you gotta say. That was very, very nice there, as we have some, that Eastern Cav doing a pretty good job, and Gondor sword infantry actually losing decisively in that fight. Very nicely done there. We actually do have some Rohirrim Cav though going on this side. Also not Rohirrim, some Dalian Cav going in here. I thought it was Rohirrim, but no, it is Dalian Cav. Knights of Dale, ready to fight and die for a free Dale. Well, so-called free. I'm sure it will be under some Gondorian overlordship instead when this battle is over, if Dale wins. Or they will be duly punished by the Eastlings if they, in fact, do fail to get their freedom. But yeah, we have a 3v3 here. We'll just slow it down a little bit. We are using the Last Breath mod, as we do have Karn here today. Karnish Berserkers and the rest of the Karnish army over on that far side. We do have two Eastling armies. Then we have the unit add-on submod added as well, which allows you to have like multiple, we have like all of the good factions basically under one banner here. We have Rohan, we've got we've got Mustard Axis, that's more Rohan, we've got Dale, we've got Ravanian as well, like Radiant's Ravanian here. So yeah, we've got some a wide variety of units here, you can put it like that, and two-handed axes as well. This is like a hybrid unit, not a shock infantry unit, sorry, for Rohan as well. So there's some new units that you don't necessarily see being used here today. Yeah, some good hits from some Cav here today. Varag Lances going in. And we've got a sword unit all the way up here for Gondor. Some Gondor sword militia tying down a whole bunch of Variags here. Variags have Karned. I mean, they might not be actually Karnish ones. It could be like fighting for these things. But that's where the Variags are from. They're Karnish troops. And then we have Princess Coast Guard and stuff setting up over here. They're going to try and support their spear militia in this fight. Surprised that the Gondor players bring in spear militia, but maybe just I've got extra money, I'll bring the extra numbers. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, the numbers, it's quite close to start off the battle. 7,900 on either side. Still remaining both sides. Forces of Good had 8,600, so Eastlings have killed a whole bunch more. But it looks like they brought a lot more cheap stuff, have the Forces of Good. You can see, these are Mustard Axes here in the front lines. They're not going to do much. Though the shock infantry over here, 200 axemen, they seem to be ripping up these runic warriors here. They're doing a really nice job cutting through these guys like a hot knife through butter. Doing a very, very nice job there. Yeah, I mean, all these Mustard Axes, they're just going to do nothing. I mean, the pole arms as well behind it, even worse. And we've got Dale really suffering with the Cav fights over here as well, having a rough old time. But yes, if you're enjoying the Lord of the Rings action and would like to see some more Dawnless Days content, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. And it looks like Karn is now getting engaged in a fight here. We have Gondor going in against the shock infantry. Oh, actually, these aren't shock, they're axes, sorry. These are Karnish raiders going in. I was about to call them Karnish reindeer. It may be getting close to Christmas, Pope, but it's not quite that close. That'd be a very interesting unit, that's for sure. Not charging these spearfishers here. They do have javies, and they are light spears, but I don't know if they're really worth charging. I don't know, they killed 20 in that one charge. They're going for these berserkers as their aim. And these guys are lightly armored, so yeah, definitely a good unit to charge. And I mean, yeah, those spearfishers still took like 80 casualties. So I mean, yeah, that Gondor Cav did well. They could certainly do a decent job against those light spears. I would just keep charging these guys. Just charge them. Honestly, I don't think it's the end of the world. Light spears usually can't take a charge from heavy shock cav. It's like these Knights of the Silver Swan that are just going to go in here and just obliterate them. Really nicely done. There you go. Look at that. The numbers dropped. They've lost 40 already. That's going to keep dropping. But yeah, it's nice to see some newer units that we don't often see. I mean, it's just with lots of submods being used. Why we have these newer units? It's not like Dawnless Days has had an update and there's like a bajillion new units and factions. They're just submods. But it's good to see that the submods getting used. And this was in fact sent in by a member of my Discord. So if you want to send in your own Dawnless stage replays, or just send in some Total War replays, or just chat or play some Total War with us, feel free to join the Discord. The link's down below in the description. We've got well over 1,000 members there. So if you want to get involved with that great community there, then feel free to join the Discord. Yeah, the spears over here, I mean, they're tying stuff down, but they're not going to win. You see, already losing decisively. We've got Peligare Marines over here. They're doing good damage, though, to these Warlords of Ruin here, which are killing another Peligare Marine. But the Javies are being thrown in. Yeah, like these Warlords of Ruin getting focused down. But let me know who you think's going to win. Put your bets in now while it's still pretty even. Do you think it's going to be the forces of good, or do you think it's going to be the forces of evil? Do let me know what you think. Do you think Dale will get it liberation, or will it be subjugated once again by the men of the Easterlings? We've got two nasty shocking units in here going against each other. Warriors of Losnark losing, but so do the Warlords of Ruin. I think that maybe it's just the pole arms that I'm really not sure. But yeah, Warlords of Ruin, I feel like they're just not as good as they used to be. It's still pretty scary, but they're just not what they used to be. Runic Warriors that broke all the way through here to Archers, getting charged by Cav. I would get these Rangers of Ravani out of here. They're pretty good in melee, but not if they're getting charged. That's for sure. And it looks like the Halberdiers over here just getting focused down as by these other Rangers over here. I mean, that's just going to be easy kills for the Rangers. We've got a General engaged over here as well. This is one of the Eastling Generals engaged with Arid of the Gaps. It's a good kill for the General here. The Eastlings managed to catch a Horse Archer. A lot of Horse Archers actually being brought by both sides. Both, it looks like the Variags and also Rohan has brought some pretty decent Horse Cav. Runic Archers, just making sure that cavalry's not getting out there. We've got a Wainrider Chief General, so that will be interesting to see how he does. These chariots, I feel like, are very temperamental, very vulnerable to being focused down. Right now, I'll be focusing these guys down with the Rangers of Ravani. But I think the General's going to go in for these 200 Axemen here. I mean, this is a good unit to go after. Shock Infantry does not do well, in my opinion, to chariots. But yeah, I mean, he kind of actually stopped just dead on there. He didn't really seem to get many kills. And there you go. I feel like now that the yeah, look at that. Oh, and the General died like that. Oh my gosh, 13 out of 20, and the General was one of them. That is unfortunate. And this is what I mean. The chariots, I feel like, are very temperamental. He stopped almost instantly, and he just got cut down with this General, and that is a massive loss there for this Eastling army. I mean, this Eastling army is looking stretched and thin as it is, and he's yeah, getting kind of wiped out at the moment. The Centaur army is kind of holding the ground, but certainly over here, Khan is rolling up this Gondor army. I mean, the Gondor General over here in real deep trouble. He's losing. He's got Javies in there against him. I don't know what these are. These are Carnage Sentries. Then we have Horse Archers in here as well. There's just a lot of Cav in here. And Bane of the Steppes looks like as well. Yeah, some nasty Cav hitting here, tying him down. And we've got Varag Raiders now. We're about to just peel him behind. They're going to just go and hit anything they want. Varag Riders. I just got that one wrong. Raiders and Riders. I just can't. I'm getting mixed up today. It's just one of those days, it seems. Citadel Guards, as well as the General coming up. Here we go. Penn is killing. Spears getting hit in the back. I can't wait to see when the like the Gondor Thieves get an update. Because they're supposed to get a reskin update, so they're going to look a little bit different. I'm really excited to see what they look like. I'll miss the old look. I mean, I will. These guys have been with us for a long time, but I'm looking forward to seeing the new look. Oh boy, Citadel Guard General. Even though he was a spear unit charging at Cav, is not a good idea. Enemy General dead. That'll be this one out here. Yeah, there you go. The Swan Knights there have been murdered. These Varag Raiders, though, are starting to die pretty quickly. The Spears actually did kind of take that charge pretty well. Citadel Guard did a very good job. I mean, it's expected of a very elite spear unit. But even still, don't charge cavalry with any unit, even if it's a spear unit. This time he came out lucky, in my opinion. But we've got lots of, spear militia and stuff breaking. It seems like the center's still kind of evenly matched. Could go either way, especially with these, like, polearms starting to break. Another Wainrider Chief over here. It's not the General, though, has died near enough. I think they're just trying to run units down. It's just not really working. And you know what, actually? This Eastling player is starting to turn around with these spears over here starting to break. Watch post sentries are breaking. He's starting to surround units here. And you know what? He might actually be able to turn it around. It's looking very, very close, but it looks like he might just about do it. Ravani and Regents over here look like they're going to come over and duel with this General. But yeah, it's looking pretty tight. Center looks like it's going to go, I think, in my opinion, it's going to fall to Forces of Good. The Forces of Evil look like they might take the flanks at the moment, but it's going to be a bloody close finish. which you expect on this channel. It's always close battles here. There you go, yeah, the shock infantry going in, trying to chop these guys down. Do as much damage as you can, boys. And there you go, we got a shock infantry sandwich on these Loki Rim. That is a rough sight to see for the Loki Rim there. They're going to have to try and get out of that one. We've got Founding Guard over here that are forcing Loki Rim halberdiers to try and negotiate around them. I try and just retreat these guys. You've got to try and get them out of here, try and get them back to some sort of position. And you know what now? Khan's looking a little short on men here. I mean, his cav could still turn this around, especially with Gondor just charging like this. Head on into cavalry. Never do this. Never do this. I was had to tell someone else the other day when we were playing 12-12. They didn't realize that just charging infantry at your cavalry, like enemy cavalry, it just makes the charge like 10 times worse. Really does. But yeah, the Gondor infantry is just about to rout that cav, so that's good. The berserkers out here still doing good damage though. But they are light. I mean, all it needs is a few archer volleys. These guys will become pretty redundant. But they are chewing up Gondor militia. No surprise, really. It is just militia. Militia lives don't matter. We've got Gondor archers going into combat now. Don't know how well they'll do, but they're going to get hammered and anviled here anyway by the Banes of the Steppe. So that's not looking good there. We've got spear militia, spear infantry holding. Sorry. I don't know if the general's still alive. He is. Citadel Guard's still very much alive and kicking, so that is good to see. We've got Pelegate Marines back here. They're being swamped by Carnage Cataphracts. You've got Varric Horse Archers. You've got Shock Infantry back here. Yeah, they are in a rough bit of trouble. You need to get maybe one of the Shock Infantry to try and take this general out. Shock versus Spears. Very well. It does very well, this Shock. Spears just get absolutely melted. There you go. The Spears are holding now. I mean, these guys are winning. I was just saying that Shock Infantry melts Spears, but the Spears here are winning. Usually it does. I think maybe these Varriags are just a bit too beaten up. I really don't know. The Cav here is going, it's just kind of sandwiching both, or hitting both units. Don't know how effective that will be, but we'll see. Hasn't the Spears back to combat even? Over on this side, as you can see here, it is, well, it's looking pretty rough. And this is not good either. There's got a general here. There you go. Another general's died. It's just this one over here. He just ran into a load of pole arms. Got himself killed. I wonder whether he thought he could rear charge this unit. I mean, pole arms can turn on a T really quickly. And that's not going to help with morale here. And you can see this army just shattered in the center. And now it's the remains of this this right flank easterling army over here that has got to, or the left flank in their perspective, that has got to try and mop up what remains of the Gondor army in the center. I don't even know if they have a general. Doesn't look like. Actually, they might do if it's the Citadel Guard one. I don't know which one theirs is because both Gondor generals were out here. Seems like the Spears. Oh no, this is a different unit. No, it is. There is the that is the general unit. He seemed like he broke formation. Whether he can't form square anymore, I don't know. And there you go. Looks like they're breaking them. Yeah, look at that. Varric's broke. I think Khan's out of a general. I think Khan's lost his general as well. It doesn't seem like he's got it. They're chasing down a lot of the Khandish units over here. Like Variag's starting to break. The Berserkers over here getting swamped as well by Gondorians. Fight them. Kill them all. Send these Eastmen back into the abyss. They don't belong here in Dale. Dale is for free people, not for these Eastmen who subjugate all in their path. And decent charge there from the Horse Archers. They need to keep these guys alive. I mean, they've got to try and regather what they can because their armies are a little bit scattered. Certainly the Eastmen. The Gondorians kind of bunched up together in a few small pockets. Seem like it's doing quite well for them. I mean, these shocking tribute, these Warriors of Losnark are ripping through these clan guards right now. They are going to mop. Actually, no, this is Loki Rim getting killed off. I thought this was the evil forces there winning that fight. It is not. They are not winning that fight. Actually, you can see that the Loki Rim's going to try and do a runner for it. But there you go. Everything broke. And now it's coming down to, I mean, we've got a couple of units here. Locrium Halberdier. You got runic archers that are holding. We've got one cav unit left. It is a horse archer. It's pretty healthy. 50 men left. Charging into spears, though, is not going to achieve much, unfortunately. It really isn't. They can send these berserkers back in. They might do the damage. Who knows? I like how they're holding their shields above their heads. And the berserkers are not going to be hitting them in the heads. They're going to be trying to hit them in the chest. With those big broadswords they've got. Chop them down, boys. Chop them down. The Citadel Guards on the other end of the battle are just poking away with their spears. It looks like the Berserkers are going to lose that fight. I think they're going to try and cycle charge them. If that'll work, I don't know. Gondor infantry here trying to rear charge the Berserkers. The Berserkers will fight to the last man. That's what they do. They are Berserkers at the end of the day. So Gondor in that sense has a disadvantage. Because he's got morale. And the Carnage troops don't. They'll just fight to the last man. Which actually in another sense they do have morale. They just don't choose to pay attention to it. I mean, this Varag bow unit, I was going to say, could just shoot the Gondor swords in the back, but they broke anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Citadel Guards, I mean, I just charged these guys with the remaining of the Berserkers. And here comes the charge from the Cav. Seems like Gondor's not going to be baited into turning around, and there you go, a pretty solid charge in the back of that unit. If they break him, then it could really come down to anything. It really could. I mean, we've got 8 minutes left. Balance of power is massively in favor of Gondor and its allies. 600 against 500. I don't know why. Maybe just because of like units that left. Lots of archers. I'm not really sure, but we're gonna fast forward because I don't know what we're waiting for. I think we're gonna see maybe this Prince's Coast Guard getting surrounded and killed off, which will be a bit of a win there for the forces of evil, because they need to get this killed. Kind of even up the numbers. It's 500 versus 600. Kill this unit off about 120 men. That certainly evens up the playing field, but we'll see. Prince's Coast Guard, they're about to go in, I think. Maybe the Locrium not having it. And here we go. Yeah, they're just waiting to bait some units in. And now we've got runic archers now being tied, trying to tie down these halberds and see what they can do. Ripping piece of this guy, getting gutted. Jesus, yeah, these. I mean, look at that. Coast Guards are going to waver and break out. I think that's mainly because of the archers as well. So really well done by the runic archers. Cav just doesn't need to charge in. Just leave it out of there. It's halberds at the end of the day. You don't want to risk it. And here you go. I mean, what are the numbers now? It's 525 against 580. That's not even right. 558. Can't read numbers today, apparently. But it started at about 16,000 men on the battlefield, and it's going to come down to 1,000 of those. Split, well, almost straight down the middle. It's really, really close. Neither side has ammo, I think. There's a bit of horse archer ammo, and that is it. Both sides have pole arms. Shock infantry on both sides as well, though it is very thin on the ground for Khan. And just a lot of archers. Which, yeah, they have like the thinnest amount of ammo, these Varyags. Which is actually enough apparently for 2 volleys. Or maybe not. Maybe they're out now. Yeah, they're out now. But here we go. I think we're going to see an attack of Black Root Vale archers against runic archers. Could go either way, to be honest. But here we go. The battle will be decided here. I hope you got your popcorn ready for a very, very dramatic finish. Cav is being chased down by polearms. Not a bad idea, but they just need to try and surround units. Does Gondor like surround and protect their own units? This polearm unit, just have it facing either way, so they can't rear charge the archers and the shock. But there you go. Battle won already. Black Root Vale archers have routed the runic archers. Varag Bowman getting a good rout off there on the Warriors of Losnark, and then we've got Violent Guards and also some Gondorian soldiers. There are some pretty solid infantry still left in this fight for Gondor and its allies. There you go, the Varag Bowman. They were routed. And it looks like Warriors of Losnark broke. Yeah, we already knew that. Killing these Berserkers might be tougher than first thought, and getting the Cav is going to be a big problem as well, because well, they could just break through anything. But I mean, sorry, they can just run away. It's going to be hard to kill because they can run away. And if they do charge him, they're just going to rear charge. They're not going to be hitting anything front on. Warriors of Lozanark over here, though, are butchering what remains of the Berserkers, as they should. I'd be mad if these Berserkers are somehow holding on. I'd also be worried for the Warriors of Lozanark that they couldn't, you know, defeat like 10 men and a donkey. But maybe they can't. They're down to 88 men. They haven't killed all these last few men off. Somehow. Prince's Coast Guard looking like they're going to try and rout these runic archers. And look at that. They did it. They managed to rout them. The cav here still alive. Down to 36 men. Gondor swords. They're getting rear charged here currently by those horse archers. They might rout them. 46 of them left. And they got the shock infantry cannon trying to counter charge. The Gondor swords did break. That is huge. And now we're going to see the Locrium halberdiers. They're going to try and go in and try and catch this polearm unit. Can the Coast Guard maybe get a flank on the polearms? And again, the Lozanark's going to go in. I feel like we're going to see a cav charge here soon. Something to try and save their infantry. There you go. Pretty decent charge. And that is enough to break the Warriors of Lozanark. That is huge. Oh my. It's actually going to come down to 2 polearm units and a cav unit, which if anything, that is just going to mean the death of this Gondor polearm here. This is just over, surely. Unless they kill it, I really don't know. Could be a lot of dancing around here from the Variag player, but we'll see. They're really trying to like bait them in for an attack. They're just not going to do it. The Locrium halberdiers, while it's still going on, just slowly creeping up, you know, trying to poke these guys in the back. Oh my gosh, this is incredible micro. I'll give it to the Easting player. Like a couple of cav being caught, but yeah, doing a very good job baiting this infantry unit. Very, very good job. If he does this for the next 2 minutes, we're just going to fast forward, but we'll see. I imagine so. Oh, they're wavering. They're wavering. I just charge him. Just charge him. And that actually might have been catastrophic there. Oh my gosh, the cavalry broke. Oh no. But surely these Locrium halberdiers, they mop it up here with a fight. Like the Coast Guards are wavering. It's hard to say. Oh, the Coast Guards are winning the fight and the halberdiers are pulling out. And they're now wavering.
The men are losing faith.
Oh my, this is seriously coming down to a amazing finish here. I mean, this battle has been decided by 100 men. Poke away, boys, poke away. They're trying to flank around the halberds. You can see there's one man on the edge here. The game can almost decide whether it's been won or lost by him. If he just doesn't allow the halberds to flank around, he can stop them. And now they're going to counter-charge. They're not going to go in fat halberd formation. They're just going to charge in. That might be risky, you know. That is risky. Yeah, losing. Prince's Coast Guard should not have done that. That was a risky business. 20 seconds left in this battle. Who wins? I mean, if I was Locrium, I'd just charge in. Just charge in. The most exciting ending I think we've had in a while. You know, 2 polearm users poking each other to death. And there you go. It's going to be a victory for the Eastlings, but only just. There's like 70 men left. Well, not even that. Like 40 men left in this battle. My gosh. What a battle. It seriously was incredible. Thank you to, I believe it's Chicken Wolf that sent this one in. Or it might actually be Fjord, sorry. I think it's Fjord from his perspective. I think I also got messages from various others saying definitely cover this one, Pope. It's an incredible one. I think Bulkmasky said to cover it as well. But yeah, thank you, Fjord, for sending this one in. 229 kills with the Variag Warriors, incredible kills there. Runic Warriors getting 165, which is pretty solid for them. Is Loki and Maceman getting 215 kills, 286 with the Clan Guards, 126 with his Runic Archers here, 111 with the Runic Archers down here as well. Then we have Sinker playing as another Eastling player, 239 with his Bane of the Steppes, 256 with the Warlords Rune, still pumping out those good numbers, even though they seem to be losing most of the battles we saw them in. Runic Warriors getting 121 kills, 142 with another here. Loki and Maceman outscoring them, getting 156, 213 with the Runic Archers. Then the Cav, 138, 179 with the Lancers, and then the Wainrider Chiefs getting 188. Then Bulk Maskey playing as Khan, 177 with his Bane of the Steppe General, 306 Khandish Berserker kills, 260 with another one there, 201 with the Variag Warriors, and then we've got 102 with the Variag Bowmen, 166 with the Variag Riders, and then 364 with these Variag Horse Archers. Incredible. We have Chicken Wolf playing as Gondor, 90 kills with his General, 152 with the Gondor Sword Infantry, 320 with the Warriors of Losnok. These guys did well, actually. 238 with the Princess Coast Guard, 361 with another one. Incredible. Pelican Marines getting 200 kills, Knights of the Silver Swan getting 181. There's an elite game, some great kills there. 148 kills with these Citadel Guards, 259 with the Gondor Sword Infantry. Even these Militia getting 114 kills. That's very good. Spears getting 132 kills, 169 with the Coast Guard, 150 with the Founding Guard, 166 kills with the Blackroot Vale Archers. His Pelican Marines getting 196, and the Cav getting 139. Well done to Thunder there. And then Wolf playing as the Kingdoms of Men, which, like, you know, Rohan and Dale. But we got 171 kills with the Ravanian Regents here, pretty solid. 289 with the Vineland Guards. Then we got 200 Axemen getting 199 kills. We got 137 with the Lake Town Guards. Archers not doing too great, and the Cav as well, kind of getting overwhelmed by the superior Variag Lancers. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. It came down to the wire, but it does seem as though Gondor's attempt was futile to liberate Dale from the Easterling overlords. So they'll have to give it another go, or maybe the Eastlings will have their own revenge on Gondor. We will see. But until then, bye for now.